Good morning and welcome to Australian Tapping Institute. My name is Lorna Hollinger and I welcome you here yet again. Today's topic is going to be on, once again, relationship breakup, separation, and how we're going to use emotional freedom techniques, known as tapping EFT, to really help and support you on your journey. We come together every Saturday morning here in Sydney. So I'm going to post these up for you onto YouTube and onto Facebook and wherever else you might want to pick them up. The idea for me is to be able to give people just that little bit of extra support on relationships and breakups and separations. And it doesn't need to be your significant other. It doesn't need to be your husband, your wife, your living, your lover, your whatever. It's also about people who have breakups with people who are just significant in their life. For a number of my clients, they're quite young. It has been a relationship breakdown with a parent. And that can be equally as distressing for them because that's still that significant person in their life. So if you're not in a relationship and not going through a divorce, but you keep having things fall apart with other people, stay with us and tap along with us because you'll still get massive benefit out of this. So today's topic I want to talk about is the idea of failure, the idea of what are other people going to say and think, and what's the conversation that you're having with yourself about this. That's one of the big emotions that come up for people when they've gone through some sort of relationship breakup, some sort of separation, some sort of falling out with the people who matter to them. There is that idea of, what is wrong with me? It's happened again, and it's happened again, and it's happened again. So what's the deal? What's going on for me? So we're just going to do some quick tapping today, and I'd love you to tap along with me and just get you some support and some ways and tools to be able to move through this for yourself. So we're going to start here on the karate chop point. Even though I have this relationship breakup going on, I'm still going to choose to love and accept myself. Even though this relationship breakup still hurts, it may have been ages ago, it may be really recent, but I'm still going to choose to love and accept who I am. Even though I have this relationship breakup going on, ages ago, recently, keeps happening to me, it just keeps boiling up and coming up and just triggering me. I'm going to choose to love and accept who I am. Fantastic. So as I said, I've got some little notes. You always know I'm going to have some little notes here. One of the things that comes up with in relationships and breakups and whatever is the idea that it's not my fault. So let's just clear that straight off the bat of whose fault it is. In relationships, there can be somebody who does something very specific. Marriages, partnerships, live-ins, lovers, whatever. There is the person who has the affair. There is the person who just chooses to leave. There is the person who emotionally shuts down and withdraws. There is the person who turns nasty, the person who turns violent. There is a whole catalyst of events that will happen that will often change the course of the path of that relationship. But what I want you to have a look at is, and maybe not today, just trundle a little bit backways through that relationship. There will be, and there has been, ways that you have been a party to this, to what's gone on. Persons don't generally wake up and go, today I'm going to go off and have an affair. Today I'm going to leave my partner. Today I'm going to go and do emotionally shut down. There have been steps along the way that have got there. And I know for your growth, for your healing and for getting over what's gone through with you, getting to a place of being able to recognise and acknowledge and take some responsibility for the actions that happened back here, not necessarily the event itself, but really take the responsibility back here. They have played a key part in your breakup. They absolutely have, and I know from working with so many people, unless the responsibility and the acceptance acknowledgement comes in that you played a part in this, that you weren't a victim that was dragged along, that you were not an innocent bystander on the curb and this just happened to you, the growth and the healing for you will be so much harder and so much longer. So if you can come to a place to go, you know what, I did play a part in this, it just makes your healing so much quicker. I'm not suggesting for a second that if your partner had an affair, you're to blame. But I am saying there will have been decisions and things you thought of and things you did back here that allowed the relationship to take the path that it did. I really hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, please drop me an email. Connect with me on Facebook. Because I said it's not about a pardoning blame here. There's no point us talking about blame on any level here. There is a level of responsibility, and how do I support you to move you through it? That's my primary aim. So let's go through the quick tapping on whose fault is this? Maybe it's my fault. Maybe it is their fault. Who knows whose fault it is? Do I really care whose fault it is? Or do I really need to look at my part I played? It's tough to look at the part I played. I've spent so much time blaming them. I really have spent so much time blaming them. I didn't look at any of my fault, any of the part I played. It was just them. They did it. It was just them. Maybe I could accept a little bit of responsibility, but that's going to be so tough. I'm open to it. I know it's going to be hard. I've blamed them for so long, but I might just be a bit open to taking some responsibility for the actions I took, the things I did that were right, the things I did that were wrong, for the things that I just did that are okay. I accept some responsibility for it. I know it's good for me. I don't want to do it, but I'm open to it. And I'm open to it. And I'm open to it. Maybe I could do a little bit of this. The other thing that we get to deal with when we've had a breakup, a relationship, falling apart, falling out, whatever, is the perceptions of other people. We're already telling ourselves we're a failure, usually on some level. Even if the other party is, in your mind, the other party wronged you, there is still an element of, I am a failure. I have failed. We've all had it feeling, whether it's real or not, most of it's perceived, it's just absolutely imagined on every level. But there is still the label that we give ourselves. These feelings of being a failure. This feeling of being a failure. The feelings of failure. The feelings of failure. I have failed again. I just see myself as a failure. I've failed again. I've absolutely failed again. What are they going to say? What am I going to have to say to them? They've already labelled me a failure. But the truth is I've labelled myself an even bigger failure. I'm a failure. I'm a failure. I'm a loser. I'm no good at relationships. Just such a failure. I'm just such a failure. So realistically, how true is it? Are you actually a failure? My belief system is, for many of you know my story, I'm at the end of my second divorce. I love both of the men that I was married to. Absolutely loved both of them. One I had fabulous children with, gorgeous sons I would never have had if I wasn't with him. He taught me a lot. He was my first husband. We were both very, very young, but I learned so much from being with him. I couldn't be here today helping you through your divorce and separation if I hadn't gone through the stuff I did with him. My second husband, we travelled a lot. We had a bit of a party life because our children were growing up. Same again, I love parts of what he taught me, the opportunities he gave me to learn, to grow, to experience. And same again, I bring them to all the clients that I get to see on helping you through divorce and separation. So absolutely love the people that you're with because you learnt so much. Maybe get a pen and paper out. Maybe actually write down, what did I learn? It can be a tough road to admit that you learnt stuff, particularly when you're hating them and blaming them and, bagging them out for even the fact that they're still breathing. However, if you can get yourself to a place of, you know what, I learnt some stuff here. Not only does it let you let go of the toxins and the garbage and the stuff you've been carrying around because of that breakup, but actually start to let you flourish and actually allow you to get to a space where you're doing some great things because you're not carrying that around with you anymore. Pen and paper, what did I learn from this? What did I actually get out of this? You'll have got some great stuff. So the other stuff is, we've talked about what's wrong with you, perceived what are the other people going to think of me. I already think badly of myself, so what does it matter? Don't take those belief systems on. Develop a belief system that really, really works for you. Okay? So let's do a final bit of tapping together, and it's going to be on some positive stuff because you know what? You learn so much. I learned so much from these breakups. I learned so much from every person I interact with. I learned so much from the people I engage with. I learned so much from the people I'm in a relationship with. I learned so much about me. Maybe when I focus more on me and start to recognise what I'm learning, I can maybe change some of the patterns. Particularly if I keep choosing the same people over and over. Do I keep repeating the same pattern over and over? Do I keep going with the same kind of person over and over? What is that all about? What is my patterning about? Is it me that needs to change? Maybe if I can change a little bit. Maybe when I get some self-love happening. Really, maybe when I get some self-love happening. Maybe when I get to respect me, I'll meet people who'll respect me. And when I start to love me, I'll meet people who'll love me. Maybe I could be open to doing some of that. Recognising that now I am single, now I'm on my own, or now I don't have that person in my life. Their energy and their toxins gone. And I can focus on me. I can start to look at what's great about me. I can focus on what I want. I can see what's fantastic about me. That could be really empowering. I could maybe do some of that. I could probably give that a go. I'm going to choose to do some of that. I'm going to recognise who I am, the lessons I've learned, the patterns that I run, and I'm going to do some great things with that. So deep breaths, some really quick tapping for you there. Take the time to do your tapping every day. Relationships and breakups, there is so much on the other side of that. This too shall pass is one of my favourite sayings. So it was great to have you here, some quick tapping. Pop some notes under the videos. Drop me a line on Facebook, Australian Tapping Institute. Website's coming soon. At the moment you can find me on lornahollinger.com, and it was fantastic to have you here with us again today. See you next time.